welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be showing you my wedding dress design. I actually plan to make my own wedding dress, crochet it. We have the wedding set for the middle of September, and it is the first week of May. So that is 4.5 months. Yeah, a little bit fast, but that's okay. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the yarn that I'm going to be using, the design I hope to do, and maybe the first few rows of the dress. I plan to do like vlogs as I go making it, and then at the end to do a big long one of the whole process of it and maybe some footage from our wedding, but I don't know. So let's get to it. So my drawing isn't the best, but this is pretty much the basic outline. It is going to be a mermaid style dress. I plan to have a little border here, and since it's going to be in the fall, I want it to be long sleeve. The back, I am thinking having it tie up like a corset, and then it having like an expansion out the back side. I will add pictures here of what I want the neckline to look like, what I kind of want the style of the dress to look like, and how I want the back to expand out. So for what hook I'm going to be using a 3.5 millimeter. I like the way stitches look with this hook. For the yarn, I'm going to be using Trubu. It is a Lion brand yarn. It is a 100% rayon from Bamboo. It is a weight 3 light yarn. I read somewhere that bamboo is really nice for making dresses, so I guess we'll find out. I haven't ever made a dress that has length to it, so this is going to be my first time. Most wedding dress designs that I saw were pretty lacy, or they just didn't have the fit that I wanted or the neckline. So I was like, why not try and design and make it myself? I have made a few patterns myself. I haven't technically got all the sizing yet, but I plan to get that soon. So I don't think it will be too hard, but it's definitely gonna be a challenge. I originally wanted to do a cream, but all they had was white, and I didn't want, in this brand, they didn't have as light of a cream that I wanted. They had kind of like a tan, but to me it was too dark. I still wanted it as a white wedding dress. I just didn't want it this white, but we will see. The color theme for the wedding is going to be like a burnt orange, since it is going to be in the fall. I'm also going to be trying to make my bridesmaid dresses, but that may not happen depending on how long my dress takes. So I need to get the measurements for my body in what areas I think I'll need measurements. I'm also trying to decide for where the bottom flares out, where I want that to happen. I'm pretty short, I'm 5'3", so I don't want it to make me look childish, but I also don't want it to look awkward and too low. So I'm trying to decide if I want it right at where my knee, the back of my knee starts, or if I want it a little bit lower at my high calf, or if I want it a little bit higher than the back of my knee. Not sure yet. I'm gonna have to play around and see what I like, but let's get my measurements. Okay, so I got all of my body measurements. I did my shoulders, above my bust, under bust, waist, low waist, hip, butt, under butt, and low thigh. Since it's going to be a form-fitting dress, I'm going to try and alter the stitches as I go with my body to maybe make myself look like I got curves. This is the stitch I am going to be using. I don't know if you can see. There. It's very pretty. Since I wasn't able to go with my original plan, I had originally planned to do a strapless and sleeveless straight top that was a mermaid shape and then had micro crochet roses from the chest going down, fading out at about my waist area, and then about mid calf I was going to have more roses fade in until the bottom was completely covered. Since it's going to be fall and I only got like 4.5 months to make this, I decided to change up the dress style and make it a little bit easier on myself. I did add sleeves and a little bit more area in this spot, but I'm hoping that I'm still able to get it done pretty quickly. I know it is a 3.5 millimeter hook, so that is going to be a little bit rough, but I'm hoping it'll work. Yeah, so I am going to, this is pretty much my swatch. I was trying out different designs on my sleeve to see if I wanted a border or not. I don't think I'm gonna do a border. I think it looks more elegant without a border. I wasn't gonna do a border on my neck part, but then I saw that top that I showed a picture of, this one. And I was like, you know what? I really like the way that looks. And I think she used the same stitch that I'm gonna use for my wedding dress in that top. So I might make that top sometime too. Maybe. I don't know. I got a lot of markets and classes and stuff to prep for, so I don't really have much time to make me stuff. But maybe in the future. So yeah, I will add a few snippets of me making the first part. I'm trying to decide, since I'm going to be having it a corset part in the back, I don't want it a lot in the back. Like, I don't want 6-inch, 8-inch gap in the back. One, I'm pretty small, and two, I feel like that would take away from the design. So I think what I'm going to do is, since I'm going to be working in rows, I think I'm going to just take 4 inches off each measurement, so it has a 4-inch gap going straight down, so that one takes for any stretch of the dress that is extra, anything that I kind of get off on in making, or if I gain or lose any weight before the wedding, I'll have a little bit of flexibility there. So yeah. So I'm going to get started, and I'll have a little bit of video in here to show you the process of what I'm doing. I will be writing down this pattern, one, in case I have to rip it out, start over, and two, if I do like this dress pattern and it turns out, I would like to have it as a pattern for others to follow if they also like the design. So I have my notebook and pen. I have my hook and my yarn. And with this swatch, I know it's not too big. It probably needs to be a little bit bigger to be considered a swatch. But I think it'll be okay. I'll just measure on here and see how many stitches are in an inch. And then I'll take that the stitch amount and I'll divide it about my measurement times it whatever it needs. And I will let you watch as I go. So another thing has occurred to me as I was starting. Since with the wedding dress, the neckline, I wanted it to kind of have a triangle-ish curve to it. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. In the video for the shirt, she started with the body and she went side to side, so she was able to make it go down by decreasing stitches. But since I'm doing it in rounds, I don't know how I'm going to do that. Maybe I could do, so on some crocheted items they have like a triangle, like some dresses and stuff where they'll have a row going and then they'll put in one of the stitches, they'll put a stitch, chain, and then a stitch and then go, and it'll give it like a corner. I wonder if I could do that until I got to where the sleeves would start and then straighten it out. I don't want it to be too deep of a triangle. I kind of want it to be just a faint little curve in. I don't have much cleavage to show, so I don't really want a deep cut because that's just gonna make me insecure. But I want to have a little bit to give the dress a little bit more elegance to it. So I guess I'm going to try that and see if it works. I'll let you guys know. So, my only complaint about this yarn so far is it likes to split. Whenever I go to pull through or enter a stitch to do another one, the yarn will just split, and it's very aggravating because if you don't get all the little threads pulled through, then it'll like look ugly. So that kind of sucks, but as long as you go slow enough and pick everything up, it looks nice. So that's my only complaint. It's also my first time working with bamboo, so that could be it. It could just be that type of yarn. I don't know. But I hate the first row because it goes so slow. But we're getting there. So I have not gone much more farther, but this is the neckline. This is where my arms will go. I'm starting to wonder if maybe these are too short in the back, but they have some stretch. And it'll be corseted, so it may just have a bigger corset back, which will be okay. I love the way the texture is turning out, though. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's very pretty. I'm thinking about maybe doing the border along the top, just so I can get a better idea, but I don't know yet. This is the first week of starting my dress, and I will update next week. As for now, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe and like my video, and I hope to see you in the next one. See ya!